5. 4 announcements. All right, here we go. We are doing our refreshers on this. I don't know how much we need to refresh, but yesterday's work was a little bit different. So this is multiplication. What am I doing, guys? Factoring and canceling, right? No common denominators. So I can take out a 5a, and what's left is a plus 4. Down here, I can take out an a squared. What's left is a minus 2. Up top, I have a trinomial to factor. So I'm going with a minus 4, a plus 3. And then down here, difference of squares. And what can cancel? A plus 4s, a minus 4s. There's more that can cancel. Do you see it? This a can cancel with one of these because it's out front. So what's left is a 5 that's going to distribute. So I get 5a plus 15. And the a is going to distribute over a squared minus 2a. If you double check this, they do not have a term in common. They all don't have a's. This is my answer. What about my domain restrictions? They're only coming from these two denominators. So a can't be 0, 2, negative 4, or positive 4. All right, so there is that. Next one is division. What are our rules with division? Yeah, you're going to keep, change, flip, and we're going to factor as we go. So I'm going to keep the 7xy. I'm going to factor this. Guys, this is a perfect square. X minus 2, x minus 2. But I'm going to leave it out twice. I'm going to flip. I always like to do the easy part so I don't forget when I get into factoring. And then this is the difference of squares. X plus 2, x minus 2. All right, what can cancel here? Well, one of the x minus 2's can cancel, right? We have an extra one left over. What else cancels? The 14 and... All right, 7 goes with the 14. Is that where you're at? And then can't we also cancel out the y's? I can cancel these because this is 7 times x times y. When it's one chunk, there's no addition or subtraction there. All right, what's left in the top is an x. Don't lose that. So that is x squared plus 2x. What's left in the bottom is a 2x minus 4. Okay, domain restrictions. Well, if we go back, we're looking here, here, and here. So x cannot be positive or negative 2. And that's the positive 2. Here's the negative 2. And we also had a y here. Y can't be 0. How about x? Can x be 0? Oops, you can't see that. Yeah, x can be 0 because there's no just x down here. It's up here in the numerator. So those are my domain restrictions. Okay, number 3. What are we doing in number 3? Yeah, that's the first thing. Now we are subtracting. There is no cross-canceling here, but I do need common denominators. So I'm going to pull that, and that's going to be a plus 2, a minus 2. So what's this need? This needs the a minus 2. Top and bottom. Okay, so here's where we build it. I have a common denominator of a plus 2, a minus 2. This is the point where you can put the big fat plus sign here and do your left and right. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up top just to save myself some writing. I have an a and I have a negative 3a and a positive 6. There's my negative 3a, there's my 6. So this ends up being negative 2a plus 6. Okay, the numerator does factor. It becomes negative 2 and then a minus 3. Does that help me cancel anything? So we are just going to put it back together, and that would be negative 2a plus 6 over a squared minus 4, that difference of squares. Domain restrictions, a can't be positive or negative 2. Okay, one more down here at the bottom, but we do need to look for factoring and canceling. Down here, what do you see? addition, right? So I don't need to change the sign. I do need to factor. So what are the parts here? N plus 5, n plus 1. And over here, n minus 8, n plus 1. Double check your factoring. Do they have anything in common? Yeah, they have the n plus 1, so that's good. I'm just going to cross that off so we don't get thrown off by it. What does this need? This has an n minus 8. This needs it. All right. And this has an n plus 5, so this needs it. Okay, let's clean it up. Common denominator has 3 pieces. N minus 8, n plus 1, n plus 5. Numerator. I don't want to write it 5,000 times, so I'm going to distribute. This would be 3n squared minus 24n. And over here would be a positive 4n plus 20. Okay, so I distributed. I'm double checking my numbers here. So if I add like terms, I would have my 3n squared. I would have a negative 20n and a positive 20. All right, now I know that's not the nicest one to have to factor, but does it? So you would try factoring with 3 and 1. You would try the 4 and 5, 10 and 2, 20 and 1. I will tell you that this does not factor. So we are stuck with this. Now, to help myself, that whole n minus 8, n plus 1, I would put that back together, and I already know it's going to be n squared minus 7n minus 8. And then I'm going to take that n plus 5, and I'm going to distribute it to all the pieces and come back with the 5 times everything. So I'm going to have those 6 terms. All right, so you'd have to write that out. And then when you add like terms, let me see if I have it. It would be n to the third minus 2n squared minus 43n. I think it's minus 40. So you would do that distribution. This would be your answer. And let's talk about our domain restrictions. What can't n be? Well, we were just adding. So go back to your denominator here. This was our common denominator, nothing canceled. N can't be 8, negative 1, or negative 5. 8, negative 1, negative 5. Okay, so these are your problems there. And there is a back for you to try. We're not going to do that right now, but the idea is, I would adjust this, and these all have a common denominator, so that's not so bad. Down here, I would adjust your negative sign. I would factor this and see what pieces are missing. So problems like this that we've worked on.